episode of my fitness journey. In this episode we are going to try and do a climbing challenge. As you can see, the challenge is pretty decent, and it also was an event that had something to do with Tour de France. I adjusted my webcam a little bit so you can see me fully. It takes quite a while to get to the challenge, because it was a little bit over, and as you can see on the map it's to the left right here, so we just cycling normally to the challenge, and there's the portal that we are going in. We are doing this challenge on 100%, and we just have to wait and see how it goes. Again, the video is sped up because I am going to release the whole challenge as a separate video, but that's just going to be like some sort of extra, but that took over an hour, and I sped it up so it only takes 20 minutes. As you can see, during this challenge the map changes colors quite a few times. The red color indicates that it's above 10% incline, which is very difficult. Then the orange is, I think, in between 6 and 9%. The yellow is like 3 to 6%, and then the blue is like 1 to 3%. And as you can see, I didn't have it easy. It wasn't an easy challenge. And this was also a very good learning experience for me, that I'm definitely not a climber. I can climb the mountains, but it's definitely nothing special, and it's really difficult for me because my stamina isn't that good. And as you can see throughout the video, you see me switch gears so many times, just looking for the right gear to be in, and it's just very difficult. At least I found it very difficult, but we made it, and it's an accomplishment on its own. And yeah, this was the first time I really had a challenge like this, because the other the stuff that I did were just routes, and yeah, you had like a height difference of 65 meters, which is nothing compared to this challenge where the height difference is 874 meters, and it's only going upwards, it's not going downhill. And the distance is also 12.1 kilometers, so that's not even that that bad, but it's definitely slightly annoying. And you can see throughout the video that sometimes it seems like it doesn't cost that much energy, but then again you see me drink a lot, wipe off my sweat, because at the day of recording it was like 28 degrees, and yeah, it was not that nice to cycle in, but we just had to complete the challenge. That was the only thing that I wanted to do that day, complete this challenge, and then I could be proud of myself, and I am, because we finished it, not in the fastest time, but it doesn't matter. It was just a point for me to see what this challenge is like, because I believe one of the achievements is completing this course 25 times. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to it. Maybe I do this challenge once a week and see each week how my progress is doing, because it's definitely doable, but my stamina wasn't really there. As you can see, I did overtaken quite a lot during this challenge. But I definitely want to do this challenge more often, because it was also like 1 hour and 25 minutes, but not only that, but it definitely asks quite a lot of my legs, and that's a good point for me to see how good my recovery is going, how well everything's going. So definitely maybe do this once every 2 weeks. But yeah, this was the first really really big challenge for me, and I'm really proud that I finished it. Once again, the time that I finished it wasn't really anything special or to brag about, but it was for me it wasn't about the time, but just getting there. And then the last 2 kilometers were more like a mental game with myself, because my legs couldn't do it anymore, but I just couldn't give up. I wanted to finish it because I got so far already, and at that point I was like, yeah, no matter no matter what, but I just wanted to finish it and achieve something for myself and be proud for myself. But yeah, if you have this game, I really recommend it. Trying it for yourself. It doesn't look too difficult if you see the map like this, but trust me, it's not that not that fun when you are riding consistently at 14% incline or less. It definitely asks a lot of your legs, and the fatigue just kicked in way too fast, because I, once again, like I always seem to do, is I try to go too fast and too early, and that means that my stamina or the fatigue in my legs is coming to kick in rather soon. So that's definitely not fun when you are only halfway over the course, or not even that, but it's really not anything that's too smart to do, to go too fast too soon. I need to learn that for myself, that just to find the right pace and just stick with that pace, and not trying to go over it or go too fast, because I won't last that long if I'm going too fast. But that's something that I need to work on. I need to find out for myself. Something I want to do this upcoming weekend is maybe try 50 kilometers, but then not really uphill, but like seeing if that's doable, because right now I spent an hour and 20 minutes on the bike, and it was doable. So I think that it might be doable to complete 50 kilometers, and that's also a little milestone that I have set for myself. And then again it's getting really interesting to see at what pace I can complete at 50k, because as I said in the video before, one of the long-term objectives I've set for myself is completing the 100k and getting to 400 watts at a decent for a decent enough time, because right now if I'm in the 12th gear, no, yeah, in the 12 to 14th gear, one of the two is my I think the 12th gear is my go-to, and then try to get the 19 RPM like someone suggested before, and that really helps. I would love to see if I can hold that pace for the 50k, and I'm curious to find that one out, but that's for another video. This video is just, you can see my face in the webcam. Yeah, I have red hair, and my skin is also pretty red, and when I exercise it only gets worse and worse. So it looks like I'm I'm struggling really much, and the thing that I struggled with the most was my breathing. Because it was so hot and I was fatigued, I really needed to focus on breathing in, breathing out, and just keeping my heart rate, because I was a couple of times really close to throwing up, I believe. And that's why you can see me in the webcam sitting up and really inhaling and exhaling carefully, because I I knew if I didn't do that, the chance of me throwing up was pretty decent, and I do not want to do that. But yeah, right now we are almost 40 minutes into the climb, and we're not even halfway, so that's just to show you guys how difficult it is, because I only go up this hill like 6 kilometers per hour, and yeah, if you have to cycle 12 kilometers and you have a pace of 6 kilometers an hour, well, good luck, you're going to need 2 hours for it. But yeah, it was very nice for me to see the overall progress in the bottom left. It also kind of pushed me to be, I'm already halfway, or I'm almost halfway, I just need to keep going and just push myself further and further. And the hardest part about this was definitely the red areas were very difficult. But then the strange thing for me was normally I not struggle, but I feel the when I drive at a slope of like 6%, I was like, ooh, this is kind of tough. I feel I'm not very comfortable with it, but once I've had like a stint of going like 10% or more, the 6% feels like a relief, like, oh, finally I can I can relax and really just slow it down a little bit more. But then again, it's all about perspective, because it might seem like that, but 6% is also not really that fun to drive on for a long time. But then again, the pace increased from like 6 kilometers per hour to like 10 kilometers, so that's a big difference. But you slowly see me struggle more and drink more on the webcam the further we get, because I was really feeling the fatigue. And that was the biggest struggle. It was not that it was too hard, it was just that I wasn't used to cycling for so long at the time, and the inclines that we cycled on was also not something I was used to. So overall I was underprepared for this, because I didn't know what to expect. I was like, climbing, but surely it wouldn't be all uphill. That was something that I thought it was going to be like. You go uphill, then go downhill again, you go uphill, then downhill again, but no, it was just straight uphill. Because I thought, we're almost 60% of the way there, we only have 5 kilometers to go, so we're going downhill maybe. And I was just praying for it, okay, when are we going downhill? Well, are we going downhill? Because there were so many, but there were a couple of other riders that were going downhill, but yeah, that was because they finished it and they were just on the way down, I believe. So that was pretty heartbreaking that there was no part of this challenge going downhill, because I really would have loved it. But then again, the more I'm proud of myself that I completed it. But yeah, as I said, I want to do this challenge maybe once every 2 weeks, just to see how my stamina and my cycling ability has improved, and then and then the other 2 weeks I want to try and cycle for a longer distance just to see if my pace is improving or something, and like to switch between those two might be a good indication of how well I'm doing, because I do not want to focus solely on climbing or just on distance driving. I just want to improve both of them at the same time, while also going for the achievements, and one achievement is drive 50k I believe, or so for 100k, so I want to complete that as quick as possible. Not really as quick as possible, but just try and do as many challenges as possible, because I believe there are also challenges on the route of the volcano, and it's complete 5 laps, complete 10 laps, complete 25 laps, and I believe it's around 5k a lap. So if you complete 10 laps you have 50k, if you complete 25 you have 125k, and if you have to do those challenges in one sitting, I definitely need to improve my stamina and my ability with cycling. And then there's also a challenge like climb the Alpe du Swift, I think they call it, and I think it's a replica of the Alpe d'Huez, and that's a really prestigious thing to climb. So I really want to see that, but I think I need to improve a lot more before even attempting that. But yeah, that's the fun of this journey. We will have to wait and see what comes next, as we are entering the last 3 kilometers, and at this point you will see me struggle a lot and take a lot more breaks, because I was just so fatigued and so tired. I couldn't feel my legs, and I was just like, okay, it's just 3k left, that's not too much, and like 100 plus meters in height difference isn't that bad. And as you could see, the red areas are almost done. From here on out it's only orange, yellow and blue, which is a maximum of maybe 8% incline, which isn't that bad if you just consider that we have had 11 till 28% incline on the way here. But this was definitely the part I struggled the most with, because the fatigue really sets in, and that's something that's also really interesting, because it wasn't difficult due to the toughness of the incline, but it just was difficult because I already had done 70 minutes of climbing, and this was the last 2 kilometers, which shouldn't be that hard when you have done 10 kilometers already. But then again, I have already done 10 kilometers and my legs were barely able to finish it. And as you can see, well, you can't really see it on the webcam, but I sweat so much during this exercise. It was way more than normal, and that's also the reason that I drank a lot, just to try and get all the water back in my system, because it felt like I was sweating fountains at one time. And as you can see, I need to adjust my form on the saddle, because once again I was never used to sitting for that long on the bike, so it really became very irritating to sit on the bike, and I need to adjust it quite a couple of times. But hey, that's something that I need to keep in mind if I want to do longer challenges that I also need to train to sit on the bike for longer. But we are almost at the finish. We're 1 kilometer away, and I would like to thank you guys for watching. If you have any recommendations of stuff that you want to see on this channel, please leave a comment down below. If you have any tips or suggestions for things that I need to try during this journey when it comes to cycling, like okay, you need to try to hit these RPM or watts whatsoever, if there are any slight tips that you guys can give me, please leave a comment down below, and I really appreciate it. But with that being said, I hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.